welcome to Young Guns. You were making me laugh before he came back. You knew you were. Greg Lange, everybody. Looking lovely in green tonight, Greg.
Thank you. You're very positive tonight, Amy. As were the young footballers of round 10. We had Carlton going the youth policy and the young Saints winning 2 games consecutively for the first time in 3 years, and someone from the St Kilda Football Club features as the first player in Guns Blazing. It is Stevie Milne, the hot shoe shuffler, or the Fred Astaire of the forward line, I'm calling him. Kicked 5 goals for the Saints in their victory over West Coast. The shuffler had 11 kicks, 4 handballs, 3 marks, and is a new man this season, Amy, you would agree?
He certainly is, and we've featured him a couple of times here on Young Guns, and he's well and truly proved himself, I think. So, close personal friend of ours, I think you could say. Next up, Neon Leon. He's a friend of ours too. He was on earlier this year, and a nice goal. They kicked 4 on the weekend against Sydney.
Had 11 kicks, 14 handballs and 3 marks. Now, they were down at three-quarter time, Collingwood, and Neon Leon and Chris Tarrant helped the Pies get home against Sydney. And the Collingwood are definitely one of the hottest teams at the moment, and Neon Leon is definitely one of the hottest young players around too.
Sparkling. And next up is James Kelly from the Geelong Footy Club. Comes from the Calder under-18s originally, runner-up in their best and fairest in 2001. So having a good one there in the seniors.
I don't think I've seen too many curly-headed players in the AFL. I'm not sure whether they've got a stat. We've got a stat for that. Had 9 disposals and played a good game against Melbourne. Melbourne struggled to win at Skilled Stadium. Geelong bouncing back to form, and they'll look to make it 2 in a row. This week when they play Carlton. James Kelly, a good player for the Cats. Next is Nathan Saunders from the Bulldogs. Had 7 kicks, 7 marks and kicked 3 goals. None more important than this one, Amy. Look at the focus. A tough angle. He'll do what's become a traditional goal-kicking warm-up technique among AFL players, which is the high kick. There we go. A bit of ballet for Nathan.
Lovely.
And important kick for the Doggies, who overpowered Richmond in the last quarter. And they also are on a hot streak.
They certainly are. And an older player getting a fresh start. He's 26, so he's having a good one there at the Bullies. And celebrating well and truly after that one. And Digby Morell is up next from the Kangaroos. Had a nail-biter against Essendon on Friday night. Another older player at 23 years of age making an impression.
I was at the MCG for that one, and I think I saw that goal about 523 times. He's a cult figure at Arden Street, though, Digby Morell.
He certainly is.
And another cult figure at the Collingwood Football Club anyway is Mark McGough, who's round 10's Rising Star nomination. Some say he was a little unlucky not to get it in the Anzac game against Essendon, but Collingwood fans, he's finally been nominated and, put in a good performance also.
He certainly did.
But now, Amy, it's time to...
Bell time. And we'd like to ring the bell here and bring on our guest for this evening, Spider-Man, bringing him on there. Thank you, Spider-Man, doing a stellar effort. Thank you, Spidey.
Gee, Spider-Man's gone crazy.
He's gone nuts.
Steve Baker from St Kilda, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First time you've won in, 2 games in a row in 3 years. How did that make you feel?
I was shocked to actually hear that statistic a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, that actually was very exciting day, and all the boys knew we could do it, and we're going to try and make it 3 in a row this week.
For sure.
Have we got a collectible from Steve?
Yes, we do.
Yes, I actually brought in
something very stripy on the table there.
My pyjama pants. They've been with me for 4 years, ever since I moved to Melbourne, away from mother. So yeah, she sent them down to me, and now I've been bagged a fair bit for wearing them. But
as you should be. Are they still in the rotation after 4 years? Those pyjama pants?
You're still wearing them?
I was going to bring in the tops, but I'm going to keep them with me. So.
Oh, okay. So you'll be wearing pantsless going to bed on this evening?
It.
Might be a little chilly.
Sorry, just to. Do you wear anything underneath those? I mean, boxers? Are you normally a long pants
that's it. That's the whole outfit. So.
Great, and I hope they had a bit of a go in the washing machine before we brought them in as well. Nice and clean.
Now, just to round off round 10, I need your advice here, Steve, on this particular incident that involved Joel Reynolds from Essendon, one of the rookie for the Bombers. It also involved one of the tough nut players from the Kangaroos in Glenn Archer. Now, Archer gives away 50 and Reynolds just comes up to give him a bit of pepper. Now, there's about 30 kilograms in weight difference and 200 games difference. Now, Troy Makepeace says, I hope you've got private health cover, and then Fish comes in and says, I advise that you keep your 2 kidneys intact after the game. Probably not the best guy to give pepper to on the field.
No, he's probably one of the scariest men I reckon in the AFL. So yeah, I'd be steering clear of him. But yeah, he's obviously footy's a very emotional game, and sometimes you get caught up in it, and it doesn't matter who you're taking on. So.
Yeah, the commentators were giving him a little bit of a warning over the airwaves too.
In that situation, would you, if say it wasn't an Archer, someone maybe middle rung in the physical department, would you give someone a spray for giving 50 away? Are you a verbal player?
Yeah, personally, I don't. If you get something in football, it's obviously a bonus. So you probably, I reckon, if you steer clear of it, and cause if you say the wrong thing, you probably get it reversed on you or something like that.
Well, Bono kicked a point after that, so.
Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it gets a bit emotional, and yeah, you say a few things that you probably regret later on. But yeah.
Now, Steve, you moved down from the country. You're originally from Colac, is that right?
Yeah, probably 15 minutes out of Colac.
Okay.
Yeah, just in the middle of the bush. So,
oh,
yeah.
okay. And do you live on a sort of acreage out there?
Yeah, we've got 12 acres. We don't actually have anything on except the dog, and that's about it. So yeah, it was good country home.
And you moved down here? You're living in Melbourne now. Whereabouts are you living?
I'm actually living in Morris with Stewie Lowe and his wife Annie, and their little boy Sam. He's 2.5. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it there.
Part of the family?
Yeah, I've fitted in quite nicely. I hope to think. I hope they're enjoying my company. Yeah.
What's the setup of the house? Lowy down one end, you down the other.
I've got a little dungeon on the end of the house where I spend most of my time, and yeah, it's a pretty large house. So yeah, I get up to a bit of mischief in my room.
Is there a curfew? What are some of the house rules that you've got there?
Well, I've actually got a bit of a back door to my room, so. I can come through the house or I can come in the back way, so if I'm a bit late I'll use the back entrance.
In terms of, you got a roster for washing up or the dishwasher?
Annie does a bit of the washing for me, and I do a bit myself to try and help out, but yeah. Yeah.
You're lying, I can tell you. You do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, right. And how did you find the adjustment moving down to the city from the country? Because, I mean, Colac's kind of pretty country.
At the start it was quite hard. I was trying to get home probably every week, every day I could. So, but now I've settled in and made a lot of good friends at St Kilda, and finding it a lot easier to stay down here. And I still miss home, but I get back once a month, and I'm pretty happy with that.
You're described in the AFL media guide as the club's best tag, and are you happy with that description? And how would you, if you could write the AFL media guide statement yourself, what would you say?
Well, if I'm in the team, I don't really care what position I'm playing. So tagger, I knew that probably the way I'll be able to get in the seniors and play with, because I've been tagging ever since under 18, so I thought that might be the way in, and yeah, it's worked out well, and I enjoy doing it, so I'm happy with it.
You do enjoy it?
No, I actually enjoy having a task and something to sort of look forward to, and goals I can set on the weekend, stopping my opponent, so.
Now, Stephen, do you get into music much? Like, do you listen to music before a game? Do you have a preparation kind of thing you get into?
Yeah, me and Nick Rewalt go to the game together. We go down for pancakes in the morning and then listen to Michael Jackson on the way in there to Colonial.
Right.
So.
Yeah, he told us about the pancakes, didn't he, when he was in Nick? I think I remember about the pancakes. I think it's a very unique thing to do in the morning.
Which Michael Jackson music?
We've got the best of, so.
Okay, so it's a potpourri of MJ.
Yeah. And apart from that, I like listening to a bit of the rap, a bit of Dr. Dre and Eminem. Caden Beetham got me into that, another mate of mine. So. And the music taste
you just got the beanie on and the white glove as you went to the MCG?
I used to like Cat Stevens and all them kind when I was in Colac, but yeah, it's changed a fair bit since I moved to Melbourne. Yeah.
You're a musical chameleon.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your opinion of Britney Spears? I'll just throw that one into the mix.
Oh, I don't listen to her. I don't want to have anything to do with her. But.
Good answer. Greg? What's your opinion of Britney Spears?
She's been through a tough time since breaking up with Justin Timberlake. She's been in the Mickey Mouse Club, and Amy, I sense a little ferocity coming off you about Britney. I think she's done her time. She's upset. Sure, she's going to hooch it up every now and then. But Britney, for me, is a 5-star effort.
Well, she is coming up just shortly. If we could just watch that camera work there, mate. Cameraman.
No, Lloyd, sorry, mate. I didn't realise. I thought
He's doing a Michael Jackson there, the one glove action. Very nice.
A tough way to do it, putting yourself out of the game for 10 weeks, but nonetheless a dedicated fan.
Well, we've got to do the video now. We're going to the video. This is Britney.
Sit back.
She is dear to my heart. She's one of my sisters. That's what I'll go and say. This is I Love Rock and Roll. This is Britney Spears on Young Guns.
The human clamp from the St Kilda Football Club, Steve Baker. Big scalp. Ben Cousins on the weekend, round 10.
Yeah, I don't really know if you call it a scalp. He actually had more possessions than me. I think if you slow a player like that down, usually you've done a fair job, so yeah.
And just to quickly touch on the film clip, Britney Spears, I rated it quite highly. Leather pants, gyration on a motorcycle, as well as glitter while smashing guitar. How did you rate it post? Because, I mean, you weren't a big fan going into the film clip now.
Turn me on a bit, yeah.
Okay. Probably wasn't looking for that much
Case closed.
of a rating, but that's okay.
No, that's good. I like that. And you'll be wearing that in the opening titles next week, I do believe, the leather pants and the bikini.
Yeah,
So,
you said they're called bumpsters or...
bumpsters.
Bumpsters.
They were definitely bumpsters. You could see they were quite low. I won't go into that. But anyway,
Technical points.
it's getting very M-rated here on Young Guns. Just kidding. Now,
sorry, Amy.
let's talk about football, shall we?
Yeah, well, I just
Seth?
wanted to quickly ask on the tagging issue, what are the few techniques, basically, if someone wanted to model themselves like the human clamp, what type of things do they have to do once they get on the field?
Obviously, it's different for every player. Like, you have to play like Cousins. He's just super quick and he's real explosive, so I just try to get 5 metres on him, so try and get in front to start with, so otherwise he'd just burn me off. So. And play like Rhett, and you try and play pretty close to because he's really good at the stoppages and gets the ball out for him. So it's different every week. I study the player every week and do different tactics each week. So.
And how do you, when studying them, do you have a tape guy at the club that gives you, say, a tape package on your opponent?
Yep, we've got a few down there. There's a guy called Minicam, and he does all the videoing and all the tapes. So there's a tape of probably the last 4 or 5 games of every touch that my opponent's had and so on.
As a tagger, do you have Tony Liberatore hero poster in your room? Is that who you model yourself on?
No, I actually didn't really follow footy that much growing up. Surprisingly, I was didn't really get into it until I was about 15. So I did follow Geelong a little bit because of my mother, because we live close by. But yeah, apart from that, I didn't really have any footy heroes. Now, the last couple of weeks down at Saints, we touched on it earlier, Greg, it being sort of the 2 wins and everything like that, and with halves, big landmark game and all that sort of stuff. Has the vibe changed down there in the last couple of weeks, do you think, in terms of the atmosphere? Yeah, I think the confidence of all the young fellas has grown immensely in the last 2 weeks with the wins, but I reckon it's all year we've been positive. We've been up and down at the start of the year, but it hasn't really changed outside, off the ground, if you know what I mean, at the club and just in general, but we've all remained positive throughout the 10 weeks, and I think it's just starting to show that we can play good footy, and the confidence is going to really help us out in the second half of the season. You mentioned you live with Stewie Lowe. You're also doing some other activities with Lowy. Can you perhaps take us through those? Lowy's got a building company, Progressive Properties, so I do a bit of help around the house. He's actually doing a lot of renovations to his house, so I just get up and walk out the room, and he chucks a pair of work boots on me, but yeah. What are you in charge of? Bricklaying? Mainly picking up all the bricks and things like that. It gets me doing all the dirty jobs, yeah. The important jobs. Yeah.
For sure. And what is that the sort of area you hope to work in eventually, or is there another area of interest that you have?
I've actually done a personal training course last year with Vic Fit, and I really enjoyed doing that. So I might try and do a bit of work in the gym in the second half of this year and see if I enjoy that. But buildings, I've enjoyed doing it ever since I was a young fella, so I might pursue it later on in life, I'm not sure.
Excellent.
One of the young stars of the AFL, Steve Baker from St Kilda. Right now, you're going to stick with us, Steve. Right now, we're going to look at someone who hasn't played a game of AFL footy yet, but Richmond say he's very, very close and they have high hopes for him. His name is Scott Homewood. Amy had a chat with him earlier this week.
I'm here with Scott Homewood from the Richmond Football Club. Now, Scott, you're originally from Victoria and you're from Melbourne and stuff, and you're playing at Richmond. What part of Victoria are you from?
I'm originally from Ferntree Gully, and I still live out there with my parents at the moment, and my brother as well lives with us still.
And you've got older brothers and sisters, or?
Yeah, I've got an older brother who's 21 and a sister who's 26.
Now, Scott, tell us about the day you were drafted. A lot of players have sort of exciting stories about what they were doing, where they were, who they were with. What's your story about your draft day?
On draft day, I just sat there with my parents, and my best mate was over, and we just sat there on the couch watching it all day. And I was actually talking to my dad at the time that I actually got drafted. I didn't notice it get called out, and my best mate just said, "By the way, mate, you're going to Richmond." So I just turned around pretty happy. Yeah.
It was a bit of a surprise. You were just doing something else, reading the paper or something like that.
I was just having a chat with my dad. We were still watching it, but yeah, I've actually missed it when they first read it out. Yeah.
Now, you've been at Richmond for a little while, but before you started playing football, I believe you had a bit of a baseball history, is that right?
Yeah, I used to play baseball out at Waverley, and I played for Victoria in juniors a couple of times. Was fortunate enough to go over to Georgia Southern University in America for about a month and train with them for a bit.
So going international with your baseball, obviously, was it a decision that you had to make between AFL football and baseball?
There could have been a decision, but I think it was pretty easy once you get drafted. Just straight into footy, so they made the decision for me in a way.
And have you ever thought about sort of where you might be if you had have taken the other road, like where you'd be if you did play baseball nowadays?
I have thought about it, but I think it'd be pretty strange living in America and all that sort of thing, away from parents and completely different lifestyle, I suppose. So, yeah, I'm happy that I'm playing footy. It's much better.
Now, you've been at the Tigers for a little while, but you've sort of had a couple of injuries that have held you back. What sort of injury are you waiting on now, so before you can play?
The same injury I've always waited on is my right shoulder. I dislocated my right shoulder twice now. Had to have a reconstruction last year, and I just had an arthroscope, and I'll hopefully be back in about a week or two.
How long did you play baseball for? Did you combine the two, the AFL and baseball as well?
Yeah, I combined them all from under 12s onwards. Right up to the day I got drafted, I played a game in the morning of the draft. Played from 9 to 11 out at Springvale. Rushed home and watched the draft from 12 onwards.
So it was pretty much right up to the line. You were still playing both?
Yeah, I played both, but as I said before, they made my decision for me.
Scott, I've got 10 quick questions for you. Basically what I need you to do is give me the first answer that comes into your head. Is that okay?
Nice.
All right, here we go. Dream car.
Lamborghini.
Current car.
86 Ford.
Favourite sport to watch.
Footy.
Favourite board game.
Monopoly.
Are you a chocolate or vanilla boy?
Vanilla.
Blonde, black, red or brunette?
Has to be blonde.
And who are the most important people in your life?
My family and my girlfriend.
And what's the first song title that springs to mind?
Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
What's under your bed at home?
Not much.
And finally, is the glass half full or half empty for Scott Homewood?
It'll be half full.
And sing one line from the AC/DC song.
I think there's any chance that happening.
That's not in it. That's not the words.
Richmond's Scott Homewood, who they say could be playing for them if all things go well. The second half of the season has been a bit injury plagued.
That's
Amy.
right. He certainly had, as we pointed out, but playing for Coburg, so nearly there, nearly back to the seniors. So
we're with Steve Baker from St Kilda, and Steve, tonight you're actually going to relax a little bit before Sunday's game against Brisbane. You're going out on a date, I believe, with a fellow player.
Yeah, not really a date. I come here with Justin Kaczynski. He's going to see a lady tonight, and I said I'd come for a bit of support after this. Yeah.
backup plan. Nice one. Is it a double date or are you just going along?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few floating around. So.
Oh, excellent. Oh, well. It's all sorted out then.
Besides double dating, does the club as a group involve themselves in any activities to keep you fresh and get the spirit up?
Yeah, we've been to watch a few movies and been go-karting and a few things like that. Team pin bowling we went a couple of weeks ago, and that was just before the good win against Richmond, so I reckon it's good relax with the boys. It's sometimes needed.
Any other sports that you get into besides AFL, like table tennis or PlayStation?
Yeah, table tennis. We've played a lot of that down the club. Every spare minute we get, we're on the table tennis table. We had a tournament earlier in the year that Matty Capuano ran the tournament, and $5 in each, and the winner took a lot. Fraser Garrick actually won the tournament. So,
wow. Excellent. So they are into other sports. Ping pong.
Did winner take the lot, or is?
I think it might have went towards a footy trip though. So he was actually nice about it.
I thought he might skim a little fat, particularly as he's injured now, Matty Capuano. He might just take a little.
They're nice fellas there, so footy trip.
And now, Spider-Man, who we saw early on in the show, brought you in. That's out this week. Any favourite cartoon characters that you followed as a child or still do?
Yeah, Homer Simpson's probably the one I follow. I reckon he's an absolute classic. So watch that every week. Go around to Cozzy's house and watch that with him in the morning. So
have a bit of a group love in and all watch Simpsons. Excellent. I like that.
Entertainment-wise, well, what are your favourite movies?
I've actually got a fair collection of movies at home. I've got probably 100 movies and 30 DVDs. So I've got a fair setup in my room and lock myself in there and have a lot of relaxing time in there.
So watching a lot of television, just like me. I get into television. Greg, what about you? You get into it?
I do, and I believe Stephen Milne's a big favourite of the movies.
Yeah, he's got about 100 DVDs at home, so I go around there every Wednesday night for tea. Bronlyn, his mum, cooks us nice tea every Wednesday night, so thanks to her, and
Good on, Steve. Now, I can see a bit of, is there a bit of movement? What's going on behind the camera? Again with it?
Misiti.
What, it's a bomber's glove in down here on the
with his
camera.
wrist.
Michael Jackson appreciation session.
Cream of the crop
One
cameraman
hand.
stuff.
Well, we have to go again after all that.
With such quality camera work too, Amy.
We do. We have to leave. Thank you, Steve Baker, for coming in and keeping us company tonight.
Good luck against Brisbane.
We are going to go out with Groove Armada here on Young Guns. This is Super Styling. We'll see you next week on Young Guns.